because a former DeKalb County superintendent, Devon Horton, is now facing charges of felony assault and child cruelty. And our Larry Spruill's been following up on the legal process with this story and the latest. So Larry, thanks so much for joining us live. Can you tell us where this case stands and what you learned today?
Well, Ariel, so we just finished a court hearing, a first appearance hearing from about 1 o'clock that Horton appeared. He faced a judge, so he is facing two charges. So the first charge is aggravated assault, an alleged aggravated assault on his wife, and then the second charge is cruelty to children. Now, all of this happened on Saturday, this past Saturday, at his home. Police responded to a domestic situation involving Horton and his wife. So today he appeared in front of a judge for that first court appearance. And what was surprising about all of this is that his wife actually asked the judge to grant him bail. She says that he was very nice, that she was never threatened at all throughout this entire situation. Of course, the judge took in consideration that he did not have any criminal history here in Georgia, but he is facing those two cases, those FBI cases in Illinois that we have been reporting extensively about. So a judge did take that into consideration, but we were inside that courtroom, several reporters and I, and we were actually shocked that his wife spoke on his behalf because she is the victim in all of this situation. And so she did speak, and she asked the judge to grant him bail, and she also asked him to allow Horton to return home. She says that he is a big part of their family and that she wants her children to have him as well. So that was a very interesting testimony. Now we just wrapped all of this up, so I'm unable to give you that sound, but we will have that sound coming up at 4 o'clock on Fox Local as well. So we're diving into this, but a judge did issue him a $25,000 bond, $20,000 for the first count, which again is aggravated assault, and $5,000 is for that cruelty to children charge as well. So he also has to turn in any weapons. He can't buy any weapons while he's on bond. He also has to make future court appearances as well. So again, $25,000 bond that he was issued from that judge. We're going to unfold all of this, and we'll have more on Fox Local at 4 o'clock. Ariel.
Larry, thanks so much for breaking this down and explaining what unfolded in the courtroom today. I really appreciate it. One thing I understand is that the reason he's facing those child cruelty charges is because this alleged assault happened in front of his children. Is that correct, according to what you know from court documents?
Yeah, so his 5-year-old kid allegedly was in the room and saw this unfolded. His second child was in the house, but not nearly able to witness that situation. So that's where those child cruelty charges come from, because his two kids were inside the home, but the 5-year-old child was the one who allegedly witnessed this alleged assault on his wife.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. And then as we look at this too, I mean, you had mentioned this is kind of some of the first legal woes we're seeing for this former superintendent here in Georgia, but he does face a 17 count, and I'm looking at my notes here, a 17 count federal indictment in Illinois for an alleged kickback and embezzlement scheme. And I know we've been covering that here extensively at Fox 5 Atlanta, but it is interesting to see that while that saga unfolds in Illinois, now we have this other legal kind of situation unfolding now here in Georgia as well.
Yeah, so the judge did say, because of his lack of criminal history here in Georgia was really the main reason why he issued that bond. He did speak about those charges, or the prosecutor did speak about those charges that he's facing in Illinois, and she mentioned that it was just as recent as back in October of last year, which we have reported on extensively, and really that's really the main reason why he was released from his duties as the superintendent here in DeKalb County as well. So a lot is going on in this saga, and many people that I saw online I've been speaking with are calling this a soap opera, a very interesting situation. But again, today the big thing was his wife testified on his behalf and she defended him. So I am going through all of that testimony, going through that sound, and I'll have another live report coming up at 4 o'clock.
Larry, thanks so much for all of your hard work on this story. Interesting to hear the community members describing it as a soap opera. I can see why. But as we continue to watch this unfold, I know you're going to keep us updated, so we'll check back in with you here later on this afternoon. Thanks so much for your time today.